Have you ever prayed and felt like your words disappeared into silence? Have you ever done good, even when no one noticed, even when no one thanked you, even when life stayed unfair? Have you ever looked at the sky at night and whispered, "God, do you see me?" This story is not about a rich man. It is not about success, fame, or miracles that happen overnight. This is a story about a boy the world forgot, but God never did. Some people believe God only speaks in loud miracles. But what if God speaks through silence, through small moments, through kindness that no one sees? This story is for the person who feels invisible, for the one who keeps being kind in a cruel world, for the one who is tired but still believes. If you have ever asked yourself, "Why should I stay good when life keeps hurting me?" then listen closely, because sometimes God is closest when He feels the farthest. Let me tell you the story of a boy named Alex. Alex woke up before the sun, not because he wanted to, but because hunger does not wait. The cold morning air entered his small wooden hut through the cracks in the walls. The roof leaked when it rained. The floor was hard, uneven, and cold. This was not a house. It was only a place where a lonely boy slept. Alex was an orphan. No mother to wake him, no father to protect him, no one to ask, "Did you sleep well?" The world moved forward every day, but it had already moved past Alex. He washed his face in the river nearby, the same river that had seen him grow up alone. The water was cold, but he was used to it. Pain had become normal. As he looked at his reflection in the water, he didn't see a hero. He didn't see a future. He only saw a small boy trying to survive one more day. People in the nearby village knew him, but knowing someone does not mean caring. Some ignored him, some mocked him, some warned their children, "Stay away from that poor boy." Alex went to sleep hungry many nights, but hunger was not the worst pain. The worst pain was feeling invisible. He watched other children walk to school together, laughing, sharing food, talking about dreams. Alex walked alone. When he passed them, their laughter became whispers, sometimes insults. Poor boy, useless, orphan. Alex lowered his head and kept walking. Not because he agreed, but because he had learned that fighting the world only made the pain louder. Still, Alex was kind. When someone dropped something, he picked it up. When someone needed help, he offered his hands. Even when he had nothing, he shared what little he had. At night, when the world went quiet, Alex talked to God. Not in big words, not in perfect prayers. He spoke like a child speaks to a friend. "God, today was hard. God, I was hungry again. God, I tried to be good." Sometimes he asked questions. "God, did I do something wrong? God, why am I alone?" Sometimes he didn't ask anything at all. He just sat in silence. And yet, he kept believing, even when people forgot him, even when life felt unfair, even when God felt silent. Alex did not know it yet, but every tear he cried was seen, every kind act was remembered, every prayer was heard. Because God never abandons, not the poor, not the lonely, not the forgotten. And this was only the beginning of Alex's story. Some pains do not come from hunger, they come from people. As Alex grew older, the world did not grow kinder. It grew louder, harsher, colder. In the village, children learned early who mattered and who did not. Alex was the one they pointed at, the one they laughed at, the one they blamed. If something went missing, eyes turned to Alex. If something broke, his name was spoken first. Not because he was guilty, but because he was weak. One afternoon, a shopkeeper shouted angrily. A small bag of grain had disappeared. Before Alex could even speak, a finger pointed at him. You. The crowd did not ask questions. They did not listen. Alex stood there, his hands shaking, his heart racing, his throat tight. "I didn't take it," he said softly. But soft voices are easy to ignore. The words hit him harder than hunger ever did. They stayed in his mind long after the people walked away. That night, Alex sat alone in his hut, his knees pulled close to his chest. He wanted to cry, he wanted to scream. But instead, he whispered, "God, why are they so cruel? God, why do they hate me?" No answer came, only silence. The next day, the bullying continued. Stones thrown when no one was watching, names whispered behind his back, laughter when he walked by. Each moment tested him. Each insult asked a quiet question. Why should I stay kind in a world like this? Anger knocked on his heart. Bitterness waited at the door. It would have been easy to open it, but Alex didn't. Because even when the world was cruel, he remembered something simple. Hate makes you strong for a moment, but kindness makes you strong for life. So he endured, not because he was weak, but because his faith was stronger than his pain. Every night, after the noise of the world faded, Alex had one place of peace: the sky. He would lie on the ground outside his hut, staring at the stars. They felt close, closer than people ever were. This was where Alex spoke to God. Not in long prayers, not in perfect sentences, just honest words. God, today they laughed again. God, I tried not to be angry. God, am I doing the right thing? Sometimes his voice trembled. Sometimes tears filled his eyes. Sometimes he said nothing at all. He just listened. People think faith means having no doubts, but Alex had many. He doubted himself. He doubted his future. He even doubted God sometimes. But one thing he never did was stop talking. Even in silence, he stayed connected. God, he whispered one night, I don't need riches. I don't need to be important. I just want to know I matter. The wind moved softly through the trees. The stars stayed silent. But something inside Alex changed. He felt calmer, stronger. Faith didn't remove his pain. It gave him the strength to carry it. The next morning, Alex woke up tired, but not broken. Because when you keep faith in the dark, light always finds you. And Alex didn't know it yet, but his quiet prayers were shaping a future greater than his suffering. There comes a moment in every kind heart when kindness begins to feel heavy. For Alex, that moment came quietly. Day after day, he helped others, not because they asked, but because he believed it was right. He carried water for people who never looked at him. He helped fix fences for men who never thanked him. He shared food even when his stomach burned with hunger. Still, nothing changed. People stayed cruel. Life stayed hard. One evening, after a long day, Alex sat alone by the road. His hands were tired, his body weak. He watched people walk past him. Some hurried, some laughed, some complained about things Alex could only dream of having. No one stopped. A question slowly grew in his heart. Why? Why should I stay good when no one cares? Why should I help when I am the one who needs help? The question scared him, because deep inside he felt anger rising. Not loud anger, quiet anger. The kind that whispers, "Stop trying, stop caring, protect yourself." Alex clenched his fists. For the first time, he thought about walking away from kindness, walking away from faith. That night, he spoke to God again. "God, I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired of being invisible." His voice broke. "I don't want to be angry, but I don't understand." The sky stayed quiet, but something else happened. Alex did not stop being kind. Even when his heart was heavy, he chose goodness again. And that choice was about to change everything. The river had always been Alex's place of peace. Its sound never judged, its water never mocked. It simply flowed, steady and calm. One quiet evening, as the sun painted the sky with gold, Alex walked toward the river. His steps were slow, his thoughts heavy. That was when he saw him. An old man sitting by the water. His clothes were worn, his shoulders bent with age, his face tired but gentle. The man looked weak, as if the world had asked too much from him. Alex stopped. He hesitated. He had nothing. No food to spare, no strength left. For a moment, he thought about turning away. No one would blame him. But then he remembered his words to God. "I don't want to be angry." So he stepped closer. "Are you okay?" Alex asked softly. The old man looked up. His eyes were deep, kind, strangely peaceful. "I'm just resting," the man said. "My journey has been long." Alex went to the river and brought water in his hands. He offered it without asking for anything. The old man smiled. It was not a big smile, it was a grateful one. They sat in silence as the river flowed beside them. The air felt different, calmer, almost holy. The old man spoke again. "You have a good heart," he said, "even when life has not been good to you." Alex looked down. "How do you know?" he asked. The man's voice was gentle. "Because kindness always leaves a mark." Alex didn't know it yet, but this simple moment by the river was not an accident. It was an answer. And his life was about to change. The river continued to flow, slow and patient, as if it had all the time in the world. Alex sat beside the old man, listening to the water and to his own thoughts. He was tired, not just in his body, but in his soul. He looked at the old man's shaking hands, at the lines on his face carved by years of struggle. Alex felt something deep inside him move. He stood up. "I don't have much," Alex said softly, "but you can have this." From his small cloth bag, he pulled out a piece of bread. It was all he had. He had planned to eat it later. He had saved it for when hunger returned. For a moment, his hand hesitated. Then he gave it away. The old man's eyes widened slightly. "You will be hungry," the man said. Alex nodded. "I know." But he smiled. That smile was not forced. It was free. In that moment, Alex understood something important. Kindness is not about having enough. It is about giving anyway. The old man took the bread slowly, as if it were something precious. "Thank you," he said. The words were simple, but they felt different. They felt heavy with meaning. Alex sat back down, expecting nothing in return. He didn't know it yet, but this choice, this small, quiet act, had revealed the true strength of his heart. The sky grew darker as night approached. Stars began to appear, one by one. The old man broke the silence. "Do you ever feel forgotten?" he asked. Alex froze. No one had ever asked him that before. "Yes," Alex whispered. "All the time." The old man nodded, as if he understood completely. "People often believe God is far away," the man said, "but God is closest when the heart is heavy." Alex looked at him, surprised. "I talk to God every night," Alex said, "but sometimes he doesn't answer." The old man smiled gently. "Silence does not mean absence," he said. "Seeds grow in silence too." Alex felt something warm rise in his chest. The man continued, "Every kind act you do, even when no one sees it, it is seen." Alex's eyes filled with tears. "But why am I still alone?" he asked. The old man looked at the river. "Because some journeys are meant to shape the soul, not to break it." They sat together as the night deepened. The world felt quieter, safer. For the first time in a long while, Alex did not feel invisible. The old man placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. "You matter," he said, "more than you know." And in that moment, Alex felt it. Not as words, not as a voice from the sky, but as peace. A deep, calm certainty. God had never left him. He had been walking beside him all along. The night grew still. The river reflected the stars, quiet and endless, like time itself. Alex sat beside the old man, his heart calm in a way he had never felt before. The old man stood up slowly. "It's time for me to go," he said. Alex looked up quickly. "Where will you go?" he asked. The man smiled, a smile filled with peace, not sadness. "Where I am needed," he replied. Alex watched as the old man walked toward the narrow path by the river. After a few steps, he stopped. "Alex," he said softly. Alex turned. "Never believe that your suffering is invisible," the man said. "Never believe your kindness is wasted." Alex nodded, holding back tears. Then, in a moment that felt both ordinary and extraordinary, the old man continued walking. Alex blinked. The path was empty. No sound, no footsteps, no shadow. Only the river and the wind. Alex stood there confused, his heart racing. He searched the path, looked behind the trees. Nothing. But instead of fear, he felt something else. Understanding. Not loud, not dramatic. Quiet, like truth settling into the soul. Alex fell to his knees by the river. Tears streamed down his face, but they were not tears of pain. They were tears of release. "God," he whispered, "thank you for never leaving me." For the first time, he did not feel alone in the silence, because now he knew God had been with him in the hunger, in the insults, in the tears, in every small act of kindness. God had never been far away. The next morning, the world looked the same. The sun rose, the village woke, life continued. But Alex was different. He walked with a quiet strength, not pride, not anger, peace. People noticed, not because Alex spoke louder, but because his presence felt calmer. When someone mocked him, he did not shrink. When someone ignored him, he did not break. His faith had not changed his situation overnight, but it had changed him, and that changed everything. One day, a woman in the village noticed Alex helping again. Another saw him sharing food. Slowly, curiosity replaced cruelty. Why is he always kind, they wondered. Weeks passed. A farmer offered Alex work. A teacher noticed his hunger to learn. A door opened, then another. Not because Alex demanded anything, but because goodness has a way of returning. Alex still talked to God every night, but now his prayers were different. God, thank you. God, help me stay kind. He understood something important. Faith does not remove all storms. It teaches you how to stand in them. And Alex stood strong. Because when faith changes the heart, the world eventually follows. Years passed. Not quickly, not easily, but faithfully. Alex grew older, stronger, wiser. Life did not suddenly become perfect, but it became meaningful. He learned to read. He learned to work. He learned to help others who were struggling, just like he once was. One day, while walking near the same river, Alex saw a small boy sitting alone. The boy looked tired, hungry, invisible. Alex stopped. He remembered himself. He sat beside the boy and asked gently, "Are you okay?" The boy shook his head. Alex shared food, listened, stayed. The boy smiled. And in that smile, Alex understood the lesson God had been teaching him all along. Kindness is never wasted. Every good act becomes a seed. Some grow quickly, some grow slowly, but none are forgotten. That night, Alex looked at the sky and whispered, "God, thank you for walking with me even when I didn't see you." The river flowed quietly, just as it always had, and Alex knew God had never abandoned him. If you are listening to this story, this message is for you. If you feel forgotten, you are not. If you feel tired of being good, do not stop. If you feel like your prayers disappear into silence, remember this: silence is not absence. God sees the tears you hide. God sees the kindness no one thanks you for. God sees the faith you carry quietly. You may not see the result today. You may not understand the reason now, but God never abandons. Not you, not ever. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope. Leave a comment and tell us where you are listening from. Subscribe to Wisdom of Hope for more stories that heal, teach, and inspire. And remember, keep your faith, keep your kindness, because what you do in love is never lost.